It's my husband's birthday. Today I've been thinking about the bags under my eyes, honestly. And yes, I'm about to turn 59 in a couple months. And I don't think either of us planned on aging. It's not something you think about, especially I think as artists. We're like, what are we creating next? It's impossible to work 20 jobs at once, and you have to start choosing, which is kind of a beautiful thing because that means you have to really, at this point in life, know what you want. But the reason I have bags under my eyes is for 3 years I cried every single day after I lost Trisha. She was raped and murdered on Christmas Day. And I couldn't process it, which is, if I ever say I have PTSD, that's the main reason, plus a bunch of other things. And I feel like, I don't want to say I'm proud of the bags under my eyes, but I'm reminded, especially doing these videos, having to look at myself, because I don't really look at myself that often otherwise. I'm just reminded of promises and being in a dark place where you're so depressed and so terrified you don't want to go anywhere. And even in your house, like for me, there were issues with my neighbors, like intruding my sonic space and the whole Karen thing, and she just doesn't care. It's like, I am recovering from PTSD, and your little dude just drew cock and balls all over my lamppost, and he won't leave from screaming in through my window, and this isn't good for my mental health. And sort of realizing that no one cared. Not no one, but generally speaking in the culture, boo-hoo, another white woman having a problem, you know? So it made it a little more difficult. And if I did show emotion and cry and me, be like, yeah, poor thing, boo-hoo, whatever. And if I was too stoic about it, then there was a judgment about that. And so I guess the bags specifically under my eyes remind me specifically of wanting to move in under my dining room table and put a tablecloth on it, and like a kid in a fort, you know, is my optimum plan. It was to just drop some food down every once in a while. I'll run out when I need to, but I'll be right back down in there. And because I just didn't feel safe anywhere. And there was so much darkness, and I've written about this, and I've written different ways about this. I've put it in a solo show, I've written it in my book, but basically I learned how to sit with the darkness, even if I was crying, even if I was sobbing, but to sit with the darkness, understanding that the light's going to come back around, not knowing when. And sometimes it was just a speck for 10 or 15 seconds of something, you know, whimsical or some kind of lightness. And the more that happened, the more I realized, okay, it's going to come back again. So when I say darkness defines light, that's really what I'm talking about. Waiting down there, crying, feeling helpless, terrified, knowing the light's coming, it's coming back. The light's coming back because, you know, Trisha's spirit was about light. It wasn't about what happened to her. And all these things came to me, like, you know, I felt her with me. I felt these messages which said, you know, no play is ever defined by the fifth act. It's life is now. And so the bags under my eyes remind me of the promise that I made for myself, that if I could ever really get out of the darkness, if I could ever really get back to a place where there was more light than dark in my life, I wasn't going to waste it. I wasn't going to anticipate more darkness, because that sucks. And when it comes, you have to get through it. So there's no use trying to, it's like bad acting, you know, anticipating whatever. So bags under my eyes remind me that I fought for this life, and that I earned this life, and that I'm in the light now. And if I squint and I have more bags, all the better.